Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lexi and today we're doing another pick a card. Today's pick a card is who am I on a soul level. So we're going to be tapping into your higher selves and we're going to be taking a look at who your soul is beyond this current incarnation, who your soul truly is. So I've asked Spirit to basically help me channel what you need to know about your soul and anything that can kind of aid you at this present moment on your journey. And other than that, we're just going to keep it open and see what comes through, tapping into the Akashic Records and just letting anything that you need to know come through. So that's what we're doing today. So you guys have 4 piles to choose from. Pile 1 is the Amethyst Cluster. Pile 2 is the Selenite Tower. It looks like there's sand on it. There's no sand on this. It's just the incense. This was over by my altar, so it has like incense on it a little bit. But yeah, we have Selenite for pile number 2, the Selenite Tower. Pile 3, we have the Orange Calcite. And pile 4, we have the Green Calcite. So see which crystal you are drawn to. The timestamps are going to be in the description box as usual, and I will see you guys at your timestamp. Hey pile 1, welcome to your reading. So we are taking a look at who you are on a soul level, who is your highest self. So you guys chose the Amethyst Cluster. I'm going to place this up in the corner and we are going to get straight in. I'm going to start with these cards and then we're going to move into the Oracle cards. So one thing that I want to say starting off, pile number 1, and this has come through in a reading before, so maybe I've told you it before or maybe you've heard it elsewhere, but I feel like incarnations beyond the physical, whether it was like incarnations in your past lives on earth or elsewhere, there's always been a connection when you've been in a physical body of protecting your crown and protecting your head, specifically your hair as well. I feel like you pick up energy a lot. How do I explain this? You pick up a lot of energy even in this physical incarnation through your hair and through your crown. It's antennas that kind of feel like they're always on. And I feel like a lot of the times that you do incarnate with a physical body, you do intuitively know to cover up your hair or cover up your crown. Or maybe like when you were younger, you didn't like your hair being cut and things like that. Now, the reason being is you have an open doorway to the higher realms. You know, like I there's always a power. I'm like, you're really good at channeling, and I always get taken to like, you know, really psychic placements, and I get taken to like the pyramids and things like that. You're definitely that pile. And I feel like there's always this, because you're quite an evolved soul, there's always this open doorway to your Akashic Records, to the other realms, like to beyond the physical, that it's like a doorway that Spirit's saying make sure that you keep covered when you're not channeling, because even when you're not channeling, you're still taking on energy. So make sure that you're wearing like hats or head wraps and things like that, or just protective hairstyles with your hair, because I just feel like even in past lives you would have been in lifetimes where you would wear protective hairstyles with your hair, like braiding them a certain way that meant something. There's always been an emphasis with your hair, and I'm being told that because that part of you is very sacred, I'm being told, because you do possess a lot of knowledge, and I do feel like it trickles down and you can tap into it quite well, or you're evolving to a point where you'll be able to tap into it quite well, and that's something that Spirit wanted to get out straight away in regards to your energy, like in regards to your crown. Yeah, so they wanted me to get that out the way. So pile number 1, who is my pile number 1 on a soul level? I'm hearing the Jhené Aiko song, You Cannot Define Me. Meaning like words aren't enough, my presence is felt. That's what I just shared. Words aren't enough, my presence is felt. Very interesting. I feel like you may be from that pile the other day where I was like, how do people describe you? And I could not for the life of me describe you, because I was speaking from the perspective of other people and they had trouble, whereas I'm speaking from my perspective now, and I feel like I'll be able to describe you quite well. I'm tapping into the soul as well, so I feel like, you know, you're in better hands here. I can talk better. So if you are from that pile, expect me to actually find words to speak about you. Guys, I was like, you can try. Pile number 1 Pile number one. Who is pile number one's higher self on a soul level? Who are they on a soul level? I feel like your soul has evolved to a point where you don't even... Okay, how do I explain this? So sometimes when I tap into like Starseed, you know, beings, a lot of them will come through still with a physical body, like Pleiadians usually look very humanoid. Syrians will to a degree. And then you have them where they look like a mixture of like human bird, human lion, you know what I mean? Like all of that. Whereas I feel like even like human insect as well. But like I feel like with you, your soul is at a point where it's like, and I'm being allowed to tap in so deeply that your soul's at a point where like your soul isn't even coming through humanoid. It's either coming through like water, like a water body for some of you, and then for others of you it's just a beacon of light, which reminds me of blue avians. They usually come through as like a blue ray, blue light, like a white light or a blue light. So that's coming through, so you may resonate with like blue avians, but there's this water body coming through as well, that I'm being shown. Pile number one. Who is my pile number ones on a soul level? Who is my pile number ones on a soul level? Who are my pile? I just heard There Is a Light and It Never Goes Out. I can't remember who sang that. There is a light and it never goes out. I think I heard it on a TV show. Pile number one. Who are my pile number ones on a soul level? Oh, who are my pile number ones on a soul level? We have, you guys may be Clairaudient. We have the year. I'm going to lay one more and then I'll channel for you. Pile number one. Who are they on a soul level? Grounding, balancing of the chakras. And then we have calling upon the ancestors. Okay. Okay. One thing that I'm being told is you know Earth like the back of your hand, meaning that you're actually an old soul in the form of like Earth. Sometimes you'll have an old soul, but they're new to Earth, so they can't, it's hard for them to adjust. Whereas I feel like for you guys, like you've really been around, I'm hearing that song, being around the world, and I'm hearing that song, like you've really been around the block on Earth. You've had a lot of incarnations on Earth. On top of that, I'm being told you were here before time started recording. Like you were coming then. Like I'm being taken to like Lemuria, Atlantis. I'm being told like I've seen it all. Like that's what I'm being told. There's a soft spot for your soul on Earth. I feel like you really do like incarnating, and you may be listening to that going, Lexi, I hated you. But you don't hate it here, honestly. You love Mother Gaia. You love coming here. It's literally just the energy and the density and the rushing about and the matrixy part that you dislike, that your soul dislikes, because it's out of alignment, I'm being told. Now, one thing about you is because you guys are quite evolved as a soul, you are able to align and connect with okay, we're going deep. That's fine. Let's dive in. Your higher self is coming through as someone that's able to align with energies in larger quantums, right? The reason I say that is because I'm being taken to Mother Gaia herself. There's almost this essence of whenever you incarnate on Mother Gaia, whenever you incarnate, you know, Pleiades, whatever the case, that planet, it's like you're able to align with the consciousness, because it's sentient, it's a consciousness. Mother Gaia is conscious. You're able to align at a very great level to the consciousness of that place, take on the energy. It's almost like you understand the circuit of it. Bear with me. So you know, like on Mother Gaia, you have we just look at birds, they're flying about, but really what birds are doing is they're moving in like energetic grids. They see color, they see beyond what human beings can see currently, and they heal. They actually pick up energy. They help heal everything around us, if that makes sense. Like I've channeled before, and the birds will fly over, they'll see colors, very neon, and then they'll pick up any residue and low vibrational energy, and they'll help cleanse the earth in that way. And they speak to each other, and they move with, like when birds fly south and everything like that. Like, they're in alignment, like in every aspect of Mother Gaia, and a lot of animals are. That's why you don't see them rushing about, to get their coffee, and the thing with rush hour, like they move about in the way that Mother Gaia is moving about herself. It all happens. Human beings currently push against it, whereas your soul, no matter where you incarnate, you almost incarnate with the element of an animal, in the sense that you naturally take on the essence of the earth, or the essence of that planet that you incarnate on. And I feel like your soul, the current mission that your soul's currently on, because our soul will have different, the same way we have different incarnations, our soul will have different energies that they work through in regards to what they're doing. Your soul's almost coming through like we're plugging ourselves back into the attunement of the frequency that is natural. So I feel like your soul has been choosing to incarnate on Mother Gaia for a while, to aid and help people attune not just to Mother Gaia, but to their physical bodies, and the health, and the psychic gifts, the connection to source. Like with when we have like retrogrades and stuff like that, we can feel the energy shifting, and we can feel the cosmos. Like, there's almost this energy, you naturally take it all on, you're very clairsentient like that. And I feel like you're here in some way to help balance that out and help people be more attuned to things. Like when you have females who will have like their menstrual cycle, and then it's like they'll align with the moon. Like, there's something like that, like we're all in tune. And it's like, I feel like your soul is using that mission because your soul is evolved enough to take on such a grand energy of, for example, Mother Gaia and how she works, so that when you're gridded into a matrixy style world like we have today, where we've lost connection to ourselves, each other, everything, Mother Gaia, you're able to, even when taught to abandon that feeling, you're able to hold on to that frequency and align yourself with the ebbs and flows of nature. And that doesn't just happen on Earth, it happens elsewhere. So that's something that your soul wanted to talk about, because I feel like when there's a certain eclipse, when there's a certain retrograde in this incarnation and even past incarnations, you really feel it. When there is tragedies that happen on Earth, you collectively feel it and grieve, even though it happened the other side of the world. When there is a shift in consciousness on Earth, you feel it. You feel out of sorts. You may feel faint for a couple of days. You may feel ungrounded for a couple of days. You're able to feel that shift. When something is happening that's tampering with Mother Gaia or the God Source coming down and something's being distorted, you're able to pick it up. Because you've evolved enough to tap into more than one consciousness. I hope this is making sense. So it's like, I don't know whether I've explained this on my channel before, but we're all made from the God Source and the universe, the God, whatever you want to call it, it's the seed, and then we are the leaves, right? And what happens is we have soul tribes, and once we've all evolved enough, we all kind of connect into each other and mesh into each other as like a soul itself. That's where a lot of these deities and gods and goddesses, like they're collectives and collectives of souls channeled into one being. I hope this is making sense, because as you go further up into higher dimensions, that happens. The lower dimensions we go, like where we are 3D, we're more individual and splintered off, and then we obviously make our way up to the wholeness, right? And there's a lot of the times like the soul is still working through connecting with soul tribes, connecting with, twin flames or soulmates and things like that. Whereas I feel like there's an Aquarian feel of collectiveness that your soul has already reached. And I feel like there's almost a detachment. It feels Aquarian because there's almost this detachment with your soul. Like, I love everyone. I love everything. I want peace for everything. But you don't get caught up in like, I'm not saying you don't get caught up in romance. Romance is a beautiful thing that human beings go through, and your higher self is confirming that. It's more so like, you know, when people are very individual and, how do I explain this? They care for themselves or care for like one partner, or like, it's like, I care for like, I want partnership, I want friendships, I want relationships, I want all of this around me, whereas like you're aware that you're interconnected to everyone. Not that you don't waste time with connections and things like that, because you'll have connections. That's the whole point of incarnating on earth in this lifetime. It's just that you see love at a greater frequency because you've reached that greater frequency, and you allow that frequency to come down with you when you incarnate. So there's nothing wrong with you when you're not seeking relationships, seeking all of these things as much as other people are, you know, going from one connection to another. And there's nothing wrong with the people that do it either. It's just that you're wired a little bit differently to see collectively and not put so much emphasis on like, I need someone, because you understand the collectiveness, because you understand energy in great quantities. Very interesting. That was very interesting. You have so much wisdom that you can tap into in this lifetime. Pile number one, I haven't even read the cards yet. I was now looking, I was like, oh my god, I haven't even said anything about the cards. The key here is talking about the Akashic records and talking about you hold a light within that can help you transmute anything that you go through, to help you embody and bring light to any distortions that you go through. And it's not something that like you even have to search for. It's like autopilot. So you may have gone through a lot of things in this incarnation or even other incarnations, but you've always, I feel like whenever you hit rock bottom, something beacons within you, something makes you more alive. It's like when everything falls away, it's like you almost find your purpose. You may have gone through like something that maybe you lost someone precious to you, or maybe you went through a situation where you lost a lot of things. A lot of things fell away from you, but then it's like you hit rock bottom and then you were awoken to a greater purpose. Like that's something that may have happened in this lifetime, because remember when that card came out, the fire here, and I said there is a light that will never go out. Like there's almost this energy of weather in a storm is child's play to you, because you will just bounce back. I just heard, I am the storm, bitch. Like, I just heard that. Your higher self's very humorous. It's like, I am the storm. But that came through, like, you just have this lightning in a bottle within you, always, because of the collected memories and lessons within your own makeup. You really do have that doorway open to be able to access a lot of it. And, I hope you don't doubt that in this incarnation. I hope you don't, because the soul I'm seeing here is very grand. It's a very grand energy. Yeah, 100%. That's something that I'm being told. You've really been around the block though. You've had like a lot of lives. A lot of lives. I feel like everyone you meet is a soulmate in some kind of way, because it's like, yep, remember him. Yep, I remember her. Yep, I remember that. I remember that too. I remember that tree, actually. Like, there's a feeling of that. Like, you may just go somewhere on holiday and then you just feel like you've been here. It feels like home. And then you'll talk to people across the world and it's like, well, you feel like a brother. You feel like a sister, because you probably have had incarnations with them, because it's like, your soul has connections, is what I'm gonna say. Like, your soul feels like that. I feel like you're well known as well. I definitely feel like you're well known. So with this balance card as well, it's very much confirming. And then we have the chakra energy here in alignment with the grounded energy. These cards are coming together in the sense like, I'm incarnating to bring the attunement back, to bring harmony back. Anything that's false, you may push it away, because it's like your higher self. Like, I see you looking at someone putting fake grass down. Have you seen people when they do fake grass? And I see you looking at it, it's like, what's the point in artificial grass? There's Mother Gaia grows grass. You know what I mean? Or like, what's the point in Cheetos? I'm the guy who grows blueberries. Like, there's a feeling of that, like anything artificial or distorted, if it's not helping or going hand in hand with the nature of who we are, what's the point of it? We can advance, we can bring technology and we can do all of that, but what's the point if it's taking us away from the purpose? The whole point of it is to blend. If we're going to make advancements, they're to blend and help us, not take us away from our purpose. So there's this essence, like I'm currently on a mission to bring us back to our natural waves of energy. You know what I mean? You may be very in tune with the moon. You may be very in tune with nature cycles. You may feel the need to kind of go inward and hibernate when it's winter at your part of the world. And then you're right as Ray in the summer part of your world. And you're able to see through a lot of BS. Like if you see something on the news, it's like, well, that doesn't feel right. Like that doesn't feel like anything true. You know what I mean? Or why are you fear-mongering me here? Like, why are you... Like, you are very in a tune. You can read when people lie to you. And it's because your soul is very evolved like that. Shall I channel more of the roots, or should I pull the oracle cards to channel the roots? Spirit saying just keep going and then I'll pull the oracle cards. So can you tell me more about their roots as a soul? Like anything to do with that? I don't know why I just heard Babylon, ancient Babylon. I just heard that. That just came through. I feel like in past time period, so this would be an element of your soul that you've already mastered. I feel like you worked as a guide, a spirit guide for other people, whether that was incarnating on earth or incarnating or even just being a spirit guide to souls that were incarnating in places like the Pleiades, earth, where there was like lower dimensions. I feel like your soul is naturally helped and guided in that way. I feel like you've seeded the light. A lot of the times I feel like you've channeled information. I feel like they're taking me to like, okay, they're taking me to not just ancient, what's it called? Like ancient monuments and things on earth, like the pyramids and all of that. And, you know, they're taking me to like the Mayan pyramids, they're taking me to like Easter Island, they're taking me to like Stonehenge and places like that. It's like even places like that have already been dissolved and ruined, hidden, buried, fallen into the sea, whatever the case. Even places like that from beyond humans' recorded history, you would have guided and helped build those things. Like I feel like a lot of monuments like that, they feel like you have a connection to them because I feel like you helped to build them. I'm being taken to the Bermuda Triangle for some reason. Like I'm being taken all around the world in different places. Like I feel like you would have helped. They're taking me to the Northern Lights. I don't know why they're taking me to the Northern Lights. I don't think there was anything celestial that went on there other than the lighting that happened there. If you guys know something about the Northern Lights, let me know. But there's something about that coming through. Like a deeper meaning or like a double meaning to something. I don't know. That's not something I have within my own vicinity. They're telling me that's something some of you guys may know about. I'm hearing... With this card here, I'm hearing colours of the wind. Like you're able to tap into the wisdom of the earth and the land before we walked it, our generations. I feel like, because they're playing me the Pocahontas song, I know every rock and tree and creature has a life, has a spirit, has a name. And that's what I was saying about your soul being evolved enough to be able to just tap into a fragment of earth or a fragment of something and be able to pull so much energy through it, because you're able to see beyond. You're able to see the depth of that crystal, that rock, that tree. Like you're able to see the karmic memories there, the Akashic records. You may be from that pile when I did the Lemuria, Avalon, Atlantis pick a card, where they were able to read leaves, or they just hold on to, they put their feet in the earth and then they were able to bring karmic memories through, their ancestors through. Like there's an essence of that coming through. And I feel like you would have incarnated as well in tribes on earth where not only were you again open and able to bring in wisdom down from higher beings, but you also would have been very connected to the earth, and you were able to move in attunement to where the earth was sending you. I'll explain this. I had a channeled message the other day, and I was shown how before we were all plugged into a different like paradigm, I guess, our souls, when we were more natural, we were very in tune with the earth, and what would happen was different tribes had different missions of what they were here to upkeep on earth, if that makes sense. So what would happen was at different points, certain souls would be drawn to different parts of the continent, and they would move and collectively shift with their tribes, because that part of the land was calling them. And then tribes that were already on that part, they'd move somewhere else because another part of the earth was calling them. I feel like you would have incarnated in those times too, where you would like listen to where you were supposed to go, the same way birds do, the same way animals do. You would have like done that. You would have been connected to the frequency that our bodies are naturally attuned to, because we are fragments of Mother Gaia. And I feel like, again, same on, I'm being taken to like Sirius B, I'm being taken there as well. I channeled for Sirius B before, and there was like a line in the sky, and they said it was kind of like a satellite, like the moon, but the same way that the moon connects the tides, this satellite connects the frequencies of their minds and the air, like the moon connects our emotions in the sea. And I was stood and I was like feeling the energy from the satellite in the sky on Sirius B, and I feel like, again, I'm being shown you incarnated there and helping them reconnect there as well. Like there's this feeling of that. You may even be simultaneously doing it, like living two lives at the same time, because that happens. We're multidimensional. A lot of wisdom coming through. I love this. You feel like ascended mastery. Like you feel like an ascended master sort of thing. And I love that I'm able to tap into that. Pile number... You may be drawn to herbology, working with herbs, anything to do with Mother Gaia or any of the four elements, so like water, earth and fire. You may be really connected to those elements, because while you're on earth, you're helping reconnecting us all back with the attunement and alignment to Mother Gaia. So you may be drawn to like consciously eating or moving energy through your body, or living more holistically, living more simplistic. Like there's an essence of that coming through. Pile number... I feel like as well, ancestors that we all have like on earth, I feel like they work with you. Even if they aren't blood related, like there's souls that would have incarnated on earth that come to you and work with you that also would have had the similar mission, because this card represents like ancestors and stuff like that. And I feel like, yeah, I feel like they work with you. They help bring codings down. They help guide you in ways. Pile number 1, please, spirit guides. Who are pile 1s on a soul level? Who are pile number 1s on a soul level? Okay. We have buried in the earth. What was I talking about the earth? And I was even talking about monuments that were buried in the earth as well. And we literally have buried in the earth. I'll channel these now. I just want to get the cards out. And then I'll continue to channel. It's reminding me of like tortoises when they have the shape of their shell in regards to like the earth. It's like mimicked off the earth. Like there's something about that. I'm also being taken to palmistry and like the hands. Like I'm being taken to that as well. And understanding the genetic makeup of our physical bodies. I remember saying before to my spirit guides, I was like, I wish we could see our like birth charts. And I don't mean natal chart, I mean like the contracts our souls would have decided to work through when incarnating. I was like, I wish I could just read it quickly. This was a while ago. This was like 2019. I was like, I wish I could read that. And they said, oh, you already have it. And I said, yeah, I know, Akashic Records, on natal chart, whatever. And they were like, no, you have it on your body. And I was like, what do you mean I have it on my body? And they were like, look at your hands. And I was like, oh, wait, palmistry. So I feel like you may be drawn to that. Because we have our markings too. the same way that animals will. It's like coding. Nothing is an accident in the design of nature. That's what your higher self just said. Nothing is an accident in the design of nature. Pile 1. We've really got deep here, and I like it. I really like it. I've been feeling the need to go deeper in my readings lately. A lot deeper. Even though for some people it's like, well, that doesn't make sense. That's a bit out there. It's just like, I don't care. I'll hit for who it needs to hit for. I'm really drawn to going deep like this. Medicine bag, treasure. We also have offerings, wealth. I love the oranges here. The color of the oranges here. One more card. Health is wealth. What was I saying about you eating healthier? Pile 1. Pile number 1. One more card. Thank you. Medicine mask, authenticity. Okay. The thing is, you're so celestial and so connected to the higher realms. That's why you were drawn to the amethyst. That it's like that frequency grounding into Mother Gaia. Oh, that feels unstoppable. Like grounding it, because the fact that we have all these oranges and reds and yellows here, it's like you've done the connect in the spirit. You've done the chat. Like, I feel like your gifts are coming in tenfold. It's not even about that. It's like, okay, so how do we bring this wisdom into the physical body and advance, you know what I mean, the human beings in the physical body? How do we advance the Pleiades? How do we advance, you know, Sirius A, Sirius B? How do we advance that? How do we do that? Let's incarnate and see what we can do. Because if we attune ourselves to Earth or any of the other planets, if we do that, we can help bring everybody back into alignment that way. Let's give that a go. So there's that essence coming through, that you're literally here to do that. Insect support we have at the back of the deck. You guys have insect support. And I'm really being drawn to spiders there. I'm really being drawn to spiders. I don't know why. I feel like spiders may be a spirit totem. If they are and you have arachnophobia, apologies, but there's something about spiders here, tarantulas, something about that. Yeah, there's a message there. I'm not going to imprint too much, but there's something about spiders coming through. You may be seeing them a lot. So buried in the earth, spirit guides, pile number 1. Who are they on a soul level? You're here to, okay. You're here to bring back, and this isn't just on earth, but everything away from earth. How do I explain this? Everything outside of earth and what's going on earth right now, it's like it's mimicked. I hope this is making sense. So like in the higher realms, you're here to code in light language and messages from like the higher realms, from the universe, right? And then when you come into like certain frequencies, again, different planets, it's like, okay, I'm here to code in messages of light from the realms that I was just in. And then it's like, okay, now I'm on earth and I'm bringing back those frequencies. There's almost this reference of like the elders, the people before us, they had more wisdom, like help them bring it back, or help them bring something back, help them bring karma back, help them bring everything back into balance. Because with buried in the earth, it's like ancestors, they knew things, like people that we've literally forgotten about, civilizations that have literally been wiped from human history. They have messages. I was there. So who better than to bring some of that wisdom back than someone that lived it and is one of those ancestors? Me. I'm going to do that. So there's a reference of that coming through. You don't need a history books, because your Akashic records are your history books. It's already encoded within you. You don't need to go back and do this and that. You just have to tap into that essence within you and tap into Mother Gaia and bring that frequency back that we once lived in. And then with medicine bag and treasure, and then we have offerings with wealth, these two are coming together because I just feel like there's something about holistic healing, there's something about foods that we're eating, there's something about it doesn't even have to be foods or anything like that medicine wise. It can be Reiki healing. It can be like, I'm being shown somebody dancing, like literally jumping about dancing and feeling that frequency within their body. Like I'm being shown somebody chanting with their voice and singing with their voice, and being shown that as well. Like there's such a strong energy there that there's something within you that you have that you're bringing to this physical world. And I just feel like no matter where you incarnate, that's the essence that happens. And then we have authenticity, medicine mask. Again, it's talking about holistic healing. And again, it's like with medicine, what do? You bring something back to health. So when something's happening to a frequency, or something's being distorted, or something's happening, it's like you guys come through like, super nanny, you guys are in a crisis, I'm on my way. Like, you come to patch your back, you come to bring back balance. That's the mission your soul's on right now, and that's what they wanted to talk about. And I feel like because of that, the inhabitants of wherever you incarnate, they're drawn to you. So for example, on Earth, insects, animals, all of that, they're drawn to you because it's like you speak their frequency. They can see you're walking with them, working with them. So it's like they're drawn to you. So you may be very drawn to animals. Animals very drawn to you. There's an essence of that coming through as well. Very evolved soul. Just a very, very evolved soul. And I feel like that's the mission you're on right now, bringing balance. Very interesting. I feel like you're some sort of ascended master, it feels. Yeah, definitely. So Pile 1, that is what I have for you guys. I really hope this resonated and I hope you guys enjoyed. Hit the thumbs up and comment down below if you did. I'm sending you guys all of my love. I hope you have a beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching. And hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. So thank you guys for watching. Hey Pile 2, welcome to your reading. So we are taking a look at who you are on a soul level. Who is your higher self? So you guys chose the selenite. I'm going to place this here and we are going to get straight in. Straight away guys, I think you may be my water pile because I was showing somebody swimming in a pond and then I was literally taken to Atlantis. I feel like you guys have karmic memories in Atlantis. There's a strong emphasis there. And just water is just really strong coming through for you guys, so I do feel like you are my water pile. So let's get in. I'm going to start with these cards, these picture cards, and then we'll get into the other oracles. I'll be using I keep meaning to complete the tarot and oracle deck part 2 and I keep forgetting, so Lexi, remember. Okay, but I'm using the shamanic medicine oracle cards as well. I know I've been getting a lot of requests like what cards you using, so I'll be using the shamanic medicine cards as well for those of you that want to know. So spirit guides, tap me into the collective of my pile number 2s, please. Beautiful yellow energy I'm being shown. I feel like you guys may be going through solar plexus activations, or you guys may be stepping into your power. 100%. There's a lot of yellow. I'm being shown the sun coming through. Some of you guys may be thinking of relocating somewhere where there's a lot of sun. There's a thumbs up for that. Just messages coming through as I'm tapping into your collective. So spirit guides, tap me into the collective of pile 2. Tap me into the collective of my pile 2. Who are they on a soul level? Who are my pile number 2s, the selenite piles? Who are they on a soul level? Who's the higher self? Okay, so we have action. We have the lightning bolt. Pile number... We have receptivity. Look at all the blue. Love that. Pile number 2, strong third eye energy coming through. I feel like you get visions a lot, specifically when you sleep and in REM state, or REM state as some people like to say. Strongly clairvoyant, clairaudient. Pile 2, I'll channel properly once the cards come through now. Pile 2, who are they on a soul level? Who's my pile number 2s on a soul level? We have Mars energy. Who are pile 2s on a soul level? We have Luna herself. We have deep sleep. Look at the blues. Interesting. Pile number 2. Pile number 2. Who are my pile 2s on a soul level? Lovely. We have health. We have the heart. On the back of the deck, we have strength. We have the tree. Okay. There's such a nurturing energy coming through from your higher self. Like, honest to God, you feel like a warm hug. Very much so. I think you move with the heart, and that's even beyond the physical incarnation. Like, you move with the purpose of light. You move with the energy of the universe and love. Like, that's the only way I can describe it. It's love. I feel like you have a strong connection to spirit, but it comes from your heart. It comes from your heart space. Anything that you do, you have to emotionally connect with it. Because of this water energy as well, I feel like you guys are strongly empathic. Similar to, like, Pile Number One had this energy where they were susceptible to everything around them, eclipses and retrogrades and everything. They were susceptible to it, but it's different with you. You're susceptible to emotional influx. Oh my God, I can't even say the word that they're giving me. Emotional influxivity? Influxivity. I don't even know how to say that word. I'm butchering it. I'm sorry. But you just can feel people. You can feel people. I'm being shown labradorite for you guys to maybe get some labradorite because you mesh with people so well. You have this watery body that's coming through and you mesh with people. You take on energies because you are here and you incarnate to heal, nurture, love. And because of that, because you are that reflection of a higher source of the universe, broken birds, people that feel absent to it, are drawn to you like lights, like a moth to a flame. Even when it's like they may want to attack it. Like, I'm being shown that. Okay, let's get deep. Okay, you guys are either Mentakan Starseeds or you are Lyran Starseeds, because there's two energies coming through. Maybe both coming through. You have a brave heart. You have a very strong heart. I'm being shown the avatar scene when Aturi turns to Jake and she's like, you have a strong heart, no fear. Now, the thing is, I feel like you have a lot of karmic memories, again, Mentaka, Lyra, where you inhabited certain places and then they were taken away. They were taken away by greed. They were taken away by people that were power hungry. They were taken away from people that were void of their own light. Everything has light. Everything has the ability to tap into that light. But some energies, they don't want to, and some work against it. They work for, like, the shadow side, which is fine, yin yang, but I just feel like you're so the other way. You're so opposite to that. So there's almost this essence of, like, souls that are trying to hold on to that frequency of light. It's like your arms are coming, like, around, and there's just this big hug. There's this hug energy. There's, like, this divine mother energy within you. Whether you're male, female, non-binary, there's a divine mother energy within you. There's this nurturing energy within you. And I think your soul, on a very true level, cares for people, cares for people's souls, like, cares. There's this feeling like I care, I want to help, I want to nurture, I want to soothe. Like, that's how it's coming through. You know, like when water soothes and not water nurtures and water replenishes, your soul feels like a replenisher. That's what I'm being told. And when you're tapped into it and you're aligning with it in a healthy way, which I feel like you guys work at doing and are good at doing, I feel like you are a source of light for many, but a source of nurturing for many. You know what I mean? And even in the lower realms, and especially like on Earth in the 3D, it's considered a lower realm. With that density, that sweetness, that softness, that heart, it's looked at as negative. It's looked at as weak. But holding that frequency, and I've said it in other videos, holding that frequency is very strong. And people will usually look at a more feminine energy, a more passive energy, the divine feminine energy, as weak. But that divine mother, have you ever, like, seen like a lion, like a lioness defending her cubs? That is strength, and it can be vicious. Like, there's a whole dark feminine side to feminine energy. You're aware of that, and there's almost this feeling like this strong heart, this brave heart, like, I need to incarnate to make sure people are staying connected to themselves and holding on to that frequency and have a source of light when they're not able to see themselves. And it's not even a case of come to me and look at my light. It's a case of I want to hold up a mirror to them so that they can see their own light within themselves. Like, I want power for the people. I want people in their power. I want people in their energy. I want people allowed to make their own decisions and allowed to embody whatever energies that they want without having it taken away from them because of a distortion of power, a distortion of greed. There's an essence that it's not a vicious energy. It's like, I was watching, I like to watch like The Frozen Planet and things like that. You know, with David Attenborough, he works with, like, he narrates like animal channels and stuff like that. And there was wildebeests, and there was a pack of wildebeests, and there was a baby, right? And within that pack, and these hyenas came, and apparently hyenas like to go for the baby because it's like easier target, right? So when the hyenas started to approach, the whole tribe, the whole herd of wildebeest, they start running, and the hyenas start chasing. But the baby in that collective, the baby in that tribe, the baby in that herd is obviously falling behind. It has little legs, it can't keep going. And what happens is the mother of that herd, the mother of that tribe, starts slowing down to cover the baby, to the point that she could literally get pounced on by these hyenas, but she doesn't care. She's protecting this baby, to the point that the baby then gets that courage to like run faster and runs into the middle. And she stays behind. She stays at the back, knowing she could get bitten, knowing she could get killed, just to make sure that the baby is okay and the whole tribe is okay. That energy is just within you. Like that fierceness, that like lioness energy, that divine mother energy, it's like within you so strong. And that's what's coming through when I tap into your higher self. It's this strong, beautiful, nurturing energy that your soul just embodies. And I feel like you work as like, and again, you don't have to be a female for this. You can be male, female, non-binary, but we all have an energy that's more dormant within us. And I feel like with you guys, it's the divine feminine. And I feel like a lot of people look to you as like the divine mother and look to you as that. You guys may work with Mary Magdalene because she's coming through. But I feel like souls beyond earth look to you as that. You're a nurturer, you're a protector, you're fierce. And only in the lower realms would that be seen as weak, because anything that is seen as a threat is always going to be targeted and pushed down and made to seem weak, because that's a form of manipulation and distortion that can take them out of that energy. You know what I mean? So there's an essence of that coming through, and I feel like you're here, even incarnating now, not only to nurture and look after and help souls and be that healer and help be a guiding light, but like to allow and hold space for other souls just like yourself to incarnate and do the same. And then I'm being shown these flowers just blooming everywhere across the earth, across the cosmos. I'm literally just being shown flowers being bloomed like that, really, really strongly. And the reason that we have Mars here exactly in the middle, I love how it's green for the heart chakra, and then we have Mars, this action energy, this warrior. You're a warrior of the heart. You know what I mean? And your soul is. You're for people, you're for souls, you're for what's right. Like, that's how it's coming through. I want to get deeper into this, but I don't want to pull more cards. So spirit guides, can you show me my pile number 2's higher selves on a soul level, like beyond this physical incarnation? They're talking about it a lot because I feel like they're talking about earth a lot, because I feel like that's something that they want to speak about. It's something that's going to aid you right now, holding that frequency, opening up to being that healer, opening up to being that giver and that nurturer, but having that warrior state of like boundaries and balance. That's something that they do want to talk about more of. But before I go deeper into that, spirit, is there anything that we can see beyond the physical world really quickly? They just keep taking me to a deep sorrow. Again, Lyra and Taka, they keep, because obviously it's like Lyra and Taka, they're not there anymore. You know what I mean? They were taken over, and there's just like this feeling of like a loss of power, and my power was taken away. It was taken away, and now I'm like helping souls bring it back. Like, there's an essence of that. And when the universe wants us to work at something or help something, we'll usually go through it, and we'll choose to go through it to understand it, because if you haven't been through something, you can't really speak about it, you know, fully. And I feel like your soul's gone through that and is able to aid and speak about it and help bring power back to people in that way. Okay, I want to go deeper. I feel like this is probably one of your first time incarnating on Earth where there was more of like a matrixy vibe, where there was a lot going on. I feel like it's been a hot minute since you incarnated on Earth. I don't feel like you've been here for a little while. That's what I'm being told. Like, you have had past lives here, but I don't feel like it's been a little while. The way everything's set up in the world today, it almost felt like a shock to the system you guys incarnate in. It's like, oh my God, is this how we're moving about? Is this how we're treating each other? Is this what's going on? Is this, you know, the power's just being taken away from people and not tapped into their power? Is this what's going on? It's almost like frightening. It was almost like frightening when you incarnated, your soul's saying. And you've had to really learn to discern, because I feel like in other incarnations you didn't have to discern too much. You were able to just hold that frequency and nurture, whereas I feel like you really had to learn to discern, because there's a lot of distortions on Earth currently. And that's been kind of new for you guys, to be honest with you, to have to do that. At least on Earth, I'm being told. Yeah, because I feel like when you incarnate in other... This very Starseedy, this reading. I feel like when you incarnate in Pleiades and other places, the thing is, when we incarnate there, we don't forget our mission. We don't really forget who we are very much. We're still aware of it. So we don't have to rely too much on discernment, because we're already open to a lot and we can see. But when we incarnate on Earth, we forget. And when we forget, we have to learn discernment all over again. And I feel like when people have maybe bullied you, or people have taken you for granted, when people have taken from you, it's hurt you because it's triggered a wound way back from this incarnation, way back from Earth, like back in Mantakan days, back in Lyran days. It's like this big like wound. Like, why? Like, I keep hearing why. I feel like people would have done you dirty in life, and I keep hearing you going, why though? Why would you could have moved anyway and you moved like that? Why did you do that? I don't understand. And you don't understand it because you hold a different frequency, and you're open to that frequency because it's coming through the heart, so it hurts your heart. Then it's like, why? Like, I don't understand why you'd move that way. It's just mama bear energy coming through. And I feel like as you grow in this incarnation as well, you're tapping and embodying that higher self, where it's like nurturing and loving people and protectiveness of the innocent, protecting Mother Gaia, protecting the animals, protecting children, there's an energy of children here as well, like wanting to protect children. I don't know whether you work in like a school with children or whether you want to look after children in that way. There's this essence of wanting to look after them, protect them. There's this strong divine mother within you. It almost feels as well like Florence Nightingale sort of energy as well. Yeah, you chose to help souls embody their light, and I feel like you're doing it beyond Earth, and I feel like that's the mission that you're currently on right now. You may have had to do a lot of work as well in this incarnation on your inner child, and bringing your inner child to its strength. Does that make sense? Like, bringing your inner child, relearning and reteaching your inner child to feel love, connect to love, nurture, dissolving the distortions. Like, I feel like there's a lot of work on your inner child that you've been doing in this current incarnation, so that you can awaken the divine mother within you. Let's go deeper. Pile number... Oh God, that card just ran away from me. Am I using that? No. Okay. Pile number 2. You're super psychic as well, but it's coming through in like you get visions like clairvoyantly, you can hear clairaudiently, but like it's the power with you is in your ability to feel, empathize, and embody the emotional structure of people, nurture. Your words are healing, the way you talk is healing. Even when you've been a spirit guide to other souls, like the messages you bring down, they're healing. Even when you're in conversation or you're just connecting with other energies, you're healing. And there's a level of respect, like I'm seeing someone bow like as respect then. Not on Earth, like elsewhere. There's this energy of like, maybe like a negative, because the thing is about light energy like that will also attract like souls and energies that are lower frequency and they're trying to attack the light, right? They'll try and attack it. And it's their own brain. It's yin and yang. They think they're doing right because the same way you're seeing the light, they think, okay, well, I'm seeing the dark. So when they see the light, they naturally want to attack it. But there's almost this essence of you. Like when darkness is trying to attack you, it's like, look, I get it. Like, I get it. You know what I mean? I get it. We don't have to be this way. Like, you know what I mean? You're not going to infiltrate me. It doesn't have to be this way. I'm not going to fight you. You know what I mean? You can try and scare me. You can try and take me out of my energy. I'm not going to embody it though. You're going to have to try somewhere else. And there's almost this energy then like, okay, going somewhere else. And I feel like it's the same. And it's more when you're coming into your power. That's probably why I was being shown solar plexus. It's also mimicking on Earth. Like it's mimicking on Earth where maybe in the past people would target you because of the light, because then they thought, oh, I'm going to, you know, try and make them insecure, do this or that. But now you're coming into a time where it's like, I see what you're doing. I see your projection. I get it. I'm holding up this big mirror. I'm embodying this water energy. Water's reflective. It's triggering you. However, you're not going to take my frequency away from me. And I'm not really taking on anything that you're saying. So there's almost this respect then, like, oh, I'm really not going to get into this person. I'm really not going to be able to, okay, do you know what? This is even triggering me that I can't take this person out of their frequency. I'm just going to walk away. So there's almost this level of respect energetically then that you're shining out as you embody more and more of it. That's why I was being shown the solar plexus. I was wondering why the solar plexus was coming through. Pile number 2, please, spirit guides. Pile number 2. Tap me into the collective of pile number 2. Who are my pile number 2s on a soul level? Who are my pile 2s on a soul level? Let me grab it. I was seeing the sun at the beginning of the reading, and we have prayer and hope. I feel like you're a guiding light. You're a saving grace. Because beyond Earth, you've had your light taken away from you and you've fought for it back. You're able to do it on Earth because it's just child's play at that point. Do you understand what I mean? So then you're a beacon of light for other people to do the same. You're a lighthouse. Your soul is a lighthouse for people. And you feel like a warm hug to me. That's how you feel. Pile number 2. Who is my pile number 2? You may even like say words that just like zap people into action. With this Mars energy here and the heart frequency with Luna here. And this card, if you see the back of it, it literally references deep sleep, like being asleep to your power. It's like your words will activate strength in people. Your nurturing will activate love in people. Like that's the frequency of your soul, I feel. I feel like you may be a Reiki healer because look at the hands. She's making energy with her body. You work with energy very well, but you may be a Reiki healer. Pile 2. Who are pile number 2 on a soul level? You don't have to be. It's just something that's coming through. We have bells, deflection. Let me just get 2 more cards. Pile number 2. Who are they on a soul level? Medicine, shield, protection. Medicine, shield, protection. Okay, 1 more card. Who are my pile number 2s on a soul level? Earth, nurture. What was I saying about nurturing? And like she's kissing the roots. And what was I saying about you being protective of Earth and Mother Gaia and the children and the animals? And then she's literally kissing the roots. Earth, nurture. You're a nurturer. You're a healer. You may work in the caring profession, so caring for people. We have medicine wheel as well, continuation. There's almost like a legacy here, you know what I mean? There's like a legacy with the continuation of the medicine wheel here. I feel like your energy there and your soothing vibe and your soothing vibration, it's felt beyond the souls on Earth. You're not just doing it here, you're doing it elsewhere. You're a leader of some sort, but like a leader of the heart. Why do we have deflection bells? Yeah, I feel like, especially in like lower realms as well, the thing about empaths as well, you reflect people's energies back to them. You're like a mirror. So the closer people will get, the more they're going to get triggered if they're hiding something or they're missing something within themselves. The closer they get to you, it's like, because you're a natural healer, they naturally have to alchemize to get closer and closer to you, and I feel like that may trigger people. That's something that I'm being told with deflection and bells. Medicine, shield, and protect. Yeah, see, this is the thing. Your energy itself naturally protects you. Because there's just this energy of like, I hit rock bottom, I bounce back up. The more you show me diversity, the more you show me, I'm losing all of my words. The more you show me darkness, the more I'm going to shine. You know what I mean? The more you show me hate, the more I'm going to love. The more you're angry with me, the more I'm going to feel peace. And I don't mean like your anger makes me peaceful. I mean it in the sense of, because that feeling, that passion, that action energy that you have within you to bring people back to power and tap into your own power and hold that frequency of your own power, it's so strong that it's like when someone's opposing you, it only makes you like stronger. When you go through rock bottom, when you go through a dark night, it gives you more energy to expand. I hope this is making sense. When someone makes you small, it helps you expand. And there's this confidence energy of like, you made me feel insecure. So while I'm on that journey coming back to feeling confident, expect me to shine even brighter. You made me feel unloved. Well, on my journey back to my heart, expect me to be chucking love everywhere and embodying love itself. I hope that's making sense. Like, you shine in the darkest of places. You're like a star shining in the sky, and your soul feels that way. It's beyond Earth. I think I'm just using Earth as an example because it's something that you're here to hold that frequency and learn that lesson on Earth. But this goes beyond Earth. This goes beyond. This is for souls beyond like the 3D. And that's how a lot of souls will look at you then, like Divine Mother sort of energy. You may find that you're usually like the mother or father of like a friend group, like you're the leader of a friend group naturally. That's something that's coming through. But always you worked with your heart, you work with your emotions, because that's how you're programmed, incarnated on this current cycle that you're on. There's so much watery energy coming through. You're so clairsentient. The reason you're so open to that ability as well is so that you can feel when people are projecting, you can feel when people are triggered, and you can then use that as a tool once you've mastered it and are able to control it so that it doesn't control you. You're able then to use that in a line of work in some way, whether that's counseling, therapy, caring for people, nurturing people, looking after children, Reiki healing, tarot, anything like that. It's not just like spirituality, it's like helping people, humanitarian work, caring for people. You can use that gift then to help that line of work, if that makes sense. Very beautiful. And I feel like your soul heard the call to come to Earth, like, okay, I'm on my way, you know, like I'm coming to hold that frequency. Yeah, that's really beautiful. So pile 2, that is what I had for you today. I really hope that you enjoyed. Hit the thumbs up and comment down below if you did. I'm sending you guys all of my love. I hope you have a beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching. And hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. So thank you guys for watching. Hey pile 3, welcome to your reading. So we are taking a look at who your soul is on a higher level, who is your higher self. So you guys chose the orange calcite. I'm going to place this up here and we are going to get straight in. I'm going to start with these oracles and then we'll move on to the shamanic medicine oracles. So let's get straight in. So pile number 3, please, spirit guides. Pile number 3. Okay, straight away tapping into your collective. Pile number 3, I'm being taken to Coraline. And you know the song that plays when Coraline goes hunting? Like, she's kind of bored in the new house. It's a bit boring to her. And there's this song that plays. And she goes looking around the house and going in different holes and cupboards to find something that will interest her. That's what Spirit's using to explain your soul, and they're playing me that song from Coraline when she's like looking for things. You're very adventurous on a soul level. And it's funny because a lot of the times when I tap into souls and they're incarnating, it's like, right, this is the wave of energy that I'm on. This is the wave of energy that I'm on, and this is the lessons I want to learn. This is what I'm guiding, you know, souls with at this point. This is what I'm guiding myself with at this point. This is what I'm here to learn. This is a frequency that I'm in. And they're very connected to it when they come through. When I tap into the Akashic Records, it's like they're rolling out a plan. Your soul's coming through like, how do I explain it? It's not reckless. It's not reckless. I think that's my human brain just maybe going, oh, reckless. It's not reckless. It's like, it feels like a free agent. And not in the sense like I'm incarnating for no reason. But there's a reason in. It's just very wired and different to the other two piles. And very wired to what I usually get. It's like, I'm a seeker. I'm here to seek. I'm here to learn. I'm here to learn everything. I'm incarnating in the Pleiades. I want to learn this. And half the time I don't even know what I'm going to find. I'm just bringing in information. I want to learn. My brain needs to expand, or my soul needs to expand. I'm interested in this. I hear over on Earth they got pyramids. When shall I incarnate? Shall I incarnate when they're building them? Shall I incarnate when they're, you know, in their day and they kind of are worn down? When shall I go? I hear there's a shift in the frequencies on Earth. I would like to experience that. Like, that's your brain. Do you see how I'm just going la, 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 la? Like, it's like that Coraline energy when she's hunting. It's like, I want to know stuff. I want to learn stuff. I want to understand. I want this experience. I want this experience. And I don't want my next experience to be like the last experience. I just need to... I need to learn. Like, it's something new. I need newness. You may have a lot of Sagittarius in your chart. If not, you may have it in your Draconic chart. Your sidereal chart. They're all mutable energy. It doesn't have to be Sagittarius, it's mutable energy. It could be Pisces, it could be Virgo, it could be Sagittarius. Like, there's that energy of that, like, it's coming through like that. Gemini energy, really strong. Picking up information. I don't even feel like I want to pull cards because it's just like, let's just see where this takes me. I'm going to lay the cards because I did it for the other piles, but it's just like, let's see where this takes me. Like Pocahontas just around the riverbed, and I don't know. It's like Moana, how far I'll go. It's like, I don't know what's out there, but I guess I'll find out. You know? There's almost this funny, like, humorous energy as well of, like, I don't know if this has happened, or maybe your soul's, because your soul feels quite funny. There's almost this essence of, like, incarnating somewhere where there would have been something big happening, like maybe Pompeii. And it's like, you're incarnating, you were aware, but then your soul's like, there's almost this feeling of, like, I came here for a good time, and this is happening. Like, I came here to learn, and I'm stuck in this now. Like, what's going, like, that's how it feels. Like, there's an impulsivity. You may have a lot of fire energy too, because I'm being shown Aries. There's a lot of impulsivity and, like, I feel like the minute you're out of an incarnation, like, I feel like you don't hold on to it enough for it to affect you too much. It's like, right, next one. And you may be like that on Earth, like, incarnating. Like, you may be, like, not holding on to experiences too much, like, always evolving. I'm not going to stay in this town for too long, or I want to go traveling, or there's more to see. There's more connections to be made. Like, I'm not gonna, like, get stuck on something. Like, you're either coming with me on the wave, or I'm just gonna keep riding with the wave, sort of thing. And it's like that wherever you incarnate. Like, your soul's just like that. It wants to learn. And there's a purpose to it, though. Like, I'm being told there's a purpose. I feel like your soul's on that sort of mission of learning. Maybe into archaeology. I just shared archaeology. Let's lay the cards. Pile 3. Let me just lay the cards and I'll continue channeling for you. Pile, you are the most fluid and easy person to read because the way your brain's, like, it reminds me of myself. It's like boom, 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 boom. And I'm enjoying. I'm really enjoying it. So it's very fluid for me to read you. Like that. Pile 3. Your higher self goes, yeah, you're joining the same wave soon. So that's a message for me, I think. You're joining the same wave soon. Okay. I'll make a mental note of that. Pile 3. Pile 3. Yeah, there's this feeling of, like, free agent. I haven't got much karma to resolve. I'm a free agent. Let's learn. Let's see things. Pile 3. You're a bit of a party, I'm not gonna lie, pile 3. Pile 3. Like, I'm even being shown, like, you turn into, like, soul family, and they're, like, learning, like, a hard lesson or something like that. And you're like, why don't you meet me on this lifetime? Why don't you meet up with me on this lifetime? We could be, like, brother and sister. We could do this. We could do that. And it's, like, you know, from Friends, when Ross and Chandler have their friend called Gandalf, and Gandalf's, like, the really cool friend and gets them to do all these weird things. And whenever he's in town, they're, like, really excited because they do all of these crazy things. It's, like, the other souls are looking at you like that, like, oh my God, I'm going to be meeting up with them in this lifetime. They're going to just, you know, they're going to really push me out my comfort zone. I don't know. And it doesn't even have to be physically, like, oh my God, they're going to make me go bungee jumping. It's like, they're really going to trigger me because they're going to just look deep into me and ask me all of these questions that I don't want to answer. Like, they're really going to trigger me in this lifetime. Here we go, sort of thing. Like, you do feel like that. Very humorous though, very charming. Your soul comes through us. It's all in good fun. Pile 3. I haven't even laid the cards. Come on, let's get the cards down. Pile 3. You may be impulsive even in this lifetime. Oh my God, guys, look. We have the travel card. What was I saying? You literally have the travel card. I feel like you may be impulsive in this lifetime because your soul feels like, let's not take life serious. Like, your soul feels like that. And I feel like you do incarnate places as well. Like, let's just have fun. Let's just stop taking things so serious. I'm being shown someone and they're using this more as an analogy. You may be like, feel the need to do this sometimes, like maybe if you work in like an office, but I'm being shown a desk with loads of paperwork and then randomly you just chuck it in the air. Like, who needs this? Who needs this? Come on, like it's like that. But they're showing that more as like an analogy in a funny way. Like, you're quite, like, let's not take life so seriously. Come on, like, let's not take life that serious. There's a time and a place. I want to see things, like, and it's part of your mission. It is, and you do understand that other people have different missions. It's not like you're trying to imprint on them and make them go your way. It's just like you're here to purposefully plant that humorous, adventurous light and see things from a higher perspective. You may make music in this lifetime. When I looked at the year, I just got shown the music notes for some reason. You may rap or make music or make soundscapes, or you may like music or be like a real music geek, listen to a lot of songs. You may like astral travel, listening to songs, see new worlds, listening to songs. I'm hearing Fireflies by Owl City. Like, this isn't just a rock, this is this. Like, as a child, you may be very imaginative and other worlds and ins and outs of it. Like, there's just like, there's so much to see, and it's not even just physical. Like, psychically, if I decide to go down the spiritual journey, I will see things in different color. I will see things in bright colors. I will see things in a really beautiful way like that. But if I decide to go on that kind of like mental journey, I could go into psychology and read deeply into people's minds and really go deep. Or I could make poetry and write lyrics, and I can go deep that way, and the expansiveness of humans, that's so interesting to me. But then if I go physically, I can really dissect the physical body and understand what it's like to be on Mother Gaia. And do you see how I'm just going in? Or if I go emotionally, I can really tap into these emotions and learn from anger and pain and sadness and happiness and laughter. Like, I could be a comedian. Like, your brain's just like an octopus with different arms, just like, where do I go? Which one should I activate first? Should I activate them all? Should I dare do it? Like, you feel like that. Like, I'm not picking up karma, like I need to resolve this karma. It's like a mission of learning. A mission of learning and understanding things on a deeper level than most would. But at the same time, the simplicity of being open to all. And then I just hear, and that's on multidimensional. Like, you're funny. Like, you're really funny. Like, your soul's really funny. You just make me feel like I want to go run in a meadow and just not take life seriously and just scream on the top of my lungs and do cartwheels and not care what I look like. Like, but you're seeded to do that as well. Because that's what it's like in the higher realms. It's not so bogged down and we're on this deep mission. It's not so bogged down. And I feel like that's why you're here. I just heard I'm not for everybody. we have Venus. And we have the Flower release. I feel like you're here as well to teach people to like let go and surrender. You know what human beings are like when they like, they don't like to move on so much. They like comfortability. You have the heart at the back of the deck. You really do mean well as well. You have a very beautiful heart. I think that's why you see, you can just have one person in front of you and it's like you see elements to them that they don't even see in themselves. Like people are really intriguing to you. But like I was saying, you help people dissolve their current reality to create a new one. You help people release the past, because a lot of people as well, they're stuck in the past. They're stuck on certain timelines in the past. They want the summer of 2019 back. They want the winter of 2017 back. But it's like, all we have is now. And I think your soul is very aware of that. It's like, all we have is now. We have now. And we can just take on that information now. We can have fun now. We can do that now. We can have fun. Like, that's a part of you. And it's not just on earth, it's elsewhere. It's like, I'm seeding the information, I'm having fun, I'm learning, it's changing me, and it's fun. Like, I'm being shown, like, your soul, sometimes when souls incarnate, they'll have a list, like, okay, I need to work through this karma, I need to go through this is an up level I'll go through, and they'll have these pinpoints, whereas you are almost like blank canvas. This is very exciting, let's see. Like, there's that feeling of your soul, like, I don't want to be bound to something, which makes me feel like you're evolved enough to not need to work through certain karmas or not need to go through certain missions, because it's like, it's not that you don't want to, it's a case of I've done it. I've already done it. It's like when in my school, like when I went to school, when you reached a certain point of the year where all the lessons were done, like towards the last couple of days in school, whether it was like before Christmas or before summer, you wouldn't do much in school. You got to wear your own clothes. They'd put films on. You kind of got to do what you wanted to do. You could go into different rooms. You could just have fun, sort of thing. So there's almost this feeling of like you're in a, it doesn't even feel like a gap. It just feels like, because there's a purpose to it. Like I said, it's like, okay, I've done the heavy, I've done this, I've done that. Now let's learn. That's it. Let's learn. Let's seed. Let's seek. You're a seeker. That's what your soul is. You're a seeker. Yeah, that's just super interesting to me. So I feel like this is self-explanatory. Why do we have the year though on like receptivity? Why do we? Yeah, see, you really listen to people as well. A lot of people, they'll listen to someone to respond. They'll listen to someone to critique. They'll listen to someone to say you're wrong. They'll listen to someone for fault. You listen to learn. Like, you listen, you take it in. You'll sit back and you'll receive. You know what I mean? And what I've found about channeling you as well, sometimes when I'll channel readings, I may trigger someone or someone may not agree with something. And because I'm clairsentient, I can pick it up. Like, I can feel it within me, like, oh, someone doesn't like this or someone doesn't like what I'm saying. I will feel that a lot of the time. I still carry on saying it because I'm being told to, but I will pick it up. With you guys, there's this essence of it's flowing through so easily, and I'm talking so easily because of that receptivity of your own soul and your own energy, even listening. It's just filtering through and not being met with a resistance from you. I'm not being met with a trigger from you. It's like I'm hitting points and you're just allowing it to flow through. I can even feel it in your energy tapping into me now. Like, it's just, I'm receiving, you know what I mean? And you're allowing it to flow. Did someone just wave? Did someone just go, can she feel me, and wave? I just got shown someone waving for some reason, so I'm waving back. But that's how it works when I read, and I just feel the way it's flowing through is because you're allowing it. I just keep being shown hand signals now, like thumbs up and waving and things like that, which is quite interesting. You really love people. I feel like you may learn as well through people and connections in this lifetime. Like, you may have certain relationships. You could even go solo for a while, where smaller relationships, you learn a lot from that person. Or it could be that you have a lot of relationships and you really learn from them. They really work as like steps, like a catalyst to you. I don't know why, since I was shown the wave and I'm being shown like a room and I'm being shown an aquarium, does someone have like a fishbowl or like an aquarium next to them as I read? Because I'm just being shown an aquarium. Or it could be that someone's a marine biologist. Take it as it resonates. But I feel like, again, with this Venus energy and then the release card here, it's like you're you're learning through people. You have a friendship, but it's not just a friendship for you. You really learn through them, and you pick up on their emotions, and it's like, oh, this person's really sensitive. I'm not really embodying that, but that's really like interesting and perplexing to me. I want to like take note of that. So some people are like this. Okay, it's like you'll really take it in like that. And with the self-care card here as well, it's like, you don't allow anything to dwindle you. You just go where the wind takes you. It's like a kite. Like, you just don't. And I think this travel in essence, and it doesn't, remember, traveling isn't just like I'm hopping on a plane and going to Egypt, I'm hopping on a plane and going to Morocco. Like, it's not like that. It's like, well, I'm going to astral travel. I'm going to, like, the Aquarian essence of astral travel and traveling through books, like, tapping into wisdom through books, like, whatever it is. And I feel like it's not just one. I don't feel like you're bound to one. You go deep. You know what I mean? You go really deep like that. So traveling is more than just physically traveling. And that's your soul. You're always on a new voyage, a new journey. Let's move on. Like, I keep hearing that. It's time to move on. It's like you can feel the shift, and you're one of those souls that embody it so well. In other places too. Like, I feel like even when it's time for your soul to maybe take on a different mission, your soul's going to naturally embody it very well. And I feel like even embodying this, like, your soul just embodies it. This seeding information, like, you would have gone through different missions before, but your soul naturally, it's a core thing. Like, you just naturally evolve like that. You naturally just shift into new frequencies. And being called over in Sirius A, Sirius B, let's go. Even when it's something that may be a little bit catastrophic and you know you may take part in that event, it's like, well, you know what, I'll learn. So let's go. You know what I mean? It's like, let me just go. It reminds me of Jack from Titanic, and he just kind of goes where he wants, and then he wins his hand on the thing, and then he goes on Titanic. There's almost a reference of you even doing that in a past life that you maybe remember, like something like Titanic. I don't know why Pompeii came up. Like, I know, like, intuitively, maybe I shouldn't go on this boat or go to this place. However, I can intuitively tap in that there's something going to happen here. I want to know what it is. I'm going to go there. And then it's like, oh, like, when something goes down, then it's like, right, that was what it was. Right, okay. And then you're having to, like, maybe get yourself out of a situation like that. I do feel like things have happened like that in past lives. It's a past life memory, though. I don't think it's happened in this lifetime, although it could have, but that's just something that's coming through. But I feel like information, stuff like that, it's feeding you right now because it's part of your soul mission currently. And when I say soul mission, I don't mean on Earth. I mean, that's the wheel of lessons you're learning as a soul naturally right now. Yeah, 100%. East emergence. I'm hearing it's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. Pile. You know this song from SpongeBob, and he's like, it's the best day ever, and he sings, Mr. Sun came up and he smiled at me. And there's almost a feeling of you naturally being like that on a soul level, like, every day is a great day. I don't know what's happening, but every day is a great day. You may just look at that fire and passion. I was saying I felt fire energy. And it's like, you just keep going. That fire just doesn't go out. You're really intrigued by anything that isn't mundane as well. Like, she's playing with fire, like, you know, like fire eaters, DJs, things like that. Very intrigued. And I feel like as well, you don't get triggered by a lot. You're not like, you know, some people, and they're like, oh, I hate people with this, and I hate people that do this, and I hate people, you know what I mean? And they get, like, not just triggered, but it's like they'll push out their projection, like, it's wrong because I don't like it, even though you can see the person enjoying it. You're not like that. Like, you're aware, you're like, wow, like, I don't think I want that, but it's really cool that that person likes that. That's really interesting. I want to ask them about it. I'm intrigued about that. Oh my God, like, you respect and understand that. You know what I mean? A lot of people, they'd be like, why are they doing this? Why are they, you know what people are like, but you're not like that at all. You know, when you have people like, why would you say that? I don't feel like you're like that. You're like, well, that's how they felt. Good on them. Like, that, you're very, you're aware that humans act out of projections and triggers and fears and all that. You're aware of it. So you're more so, again, it's that receptivity of like, you watch. You may be a people watcher. You watch. Even when you've like, I feel like your soul may have been aware of like conflicts beyond Earth. So like maybe like the Draconians and Lyrans and things like that. You may have been aware of it, but it's like you're watching. Because you're learning about it through them and how everything's going on. It's like you're watching. You're understanding it. You're trying to make sense of it. Like, you're always trying. And even the dark, like, you're not scared of the dark. Like, that's why I was being taken to psychology. The darkness and things. It's like people run from the dark. They fear the dark. People fear their shadow. They fear those parts of their subconscious. And you're like, cool, I want to go deeper. It's like that Dolores Cannon energy of, like, we're meant to stop at a certain point, but Dolores Cannon was like, nope, I want to go further. And then starts tapping into people's higher selves through hypnotherapy. Like, absolute legend. I love Dolores Cannon so much. I feel like you're like that. Like, you just go so deep. Like, you just go so deep into the darkness because it's like, why are we afraid of it? Like, I don't understand the whole fear of it. I want to know more. You know what I mean? That's your soul. Like, it's a soul thing. Crystals, amplification. You may feel things really deeply as well, but it's this essence of it passes through. Look at all this fire. The sun and then the fire, and then we've got like the orangey red energies here. Look at that. Yeah, I feel like you feel energies, but then it dissolves very quickly. You may have like an Aries stellium or something like that. You'll feel an energy and you allow it because you allow yourself to be human like that, but then it's like, once you felt it, you allow it to pass through. It feels very Aries. Pile number... Like, people may even think, oh, this person has a grudge with me. Like, you know what I mean? When you incarnate, no matter what incarnation, this person has a grudge with me. And then, you know, it's like, you're like, okay, who are you again? I can't even remember who you were. You know what I mean? Like, it dissolved because you're on to the next. It's like, I don't even remember. I don't even remember what we were arguing about. I don't know. You know? That's what I mean about karma. Some people don't like each other when they incarnate on Earth because in past lives, they had beef or something tragic happened, so they naturally just don't like each other. Whereas I feel like you may even get souls and you're like, I don't know why they don't like me. They may still be holding on to that karma of like, oh my god, we had beef in, 1612 or whatever. Like, they can feel it energetically, so they're like, I don't know why I don't like this person, but I don't like them. But then it's like, you've already resolved the karma, so you're walking around like, okay, well, it's one-sided. I can live in your mind rent-free if you want. I don't know what the beef is here, but whatever the case, I'm good. Like, I'm Gucci. I don't, okay, you know what I mean? Like, I don't care. Pile number... Pile number 3. Okay. We have Awaken, the drum. Yeah, do you know what I'm being shown? Like, when I was talking about, like, life charts, when we come down, we'll have certain things we want to learn. And it's like, the way that they show me it energetically, it looks like a circuit, but my soul understands it, but my physical self, it's like, that looks like scribbles, but I can see, I can feel things. I hope that makes sense. It's like a soul chart of like what we're meant to learn. And I just feel like with you, it's like you're open to different worlds, so you're able to go down different paths in regards to free will and still learn the lessons because of the multidimensional viewing of your soul. I really hope that makes sense. Yeah, I really hope that makes sense. It's just you already have so much knowledge within you anyway. You're just, do you want to know what? I think you are cool. I think you're really cool. And I think you're fun. Like, you're fun. And that's the whole point, though. You're meant to make people see things from a higher perspective. You're meant to make people feel ready and feel confident in transmutation. I feel like you may even help souls yeah, you do. This is coming through. I feel like you help souls cross over. Not just on Earth, but like other places. You help them move on to other dimensions. You help them cross over from Earth. You may have a knack for that. Maybe in past lives you helped like what's it called? You help souls like pass over, help them, bring them from like being earthbound into higher realms. I'm currently taking a shamanic healing course and I'm going to be learning that soon, and I'm really excited for it. I'm excited to learn how to do that. But I feel like you already have it within you. You know how to do that. You understand the transition. You may not even fear departing the earth. Like, it's just like, and then I'll move on to something else. Like, it is what it is sort of thing. And we have, guys, I didn't even look till I looked down. Look at the back of the deck. Look what it says, freedom. And look at the spiral, the healing spiral. It's like, move on, it's freedom. That's what your soul's here to like represent. Knowledge and freedom. I feel like those are the lessons that your soul teaches. It's time to move on. It's time to become more connected. It's time to transmute. It's time to do that. I love that. You may be very connected to birds too. I love that so much. And behind it is completion. I feel like you're here to help souls move on and have a good time and remember to have that fun of life. Like the whole point of life as well. I know we learn, but a big chunk of life is when we do pass away, when we do finish our incarnation, what we remember and what we take with us is memories we had with people, connections we had with people, the fun times that we had with people. Like, we can sit and hold grudges and be angry and all of that, and it's vital that we do feel those feelings because we never want to bypass them. But once that part is over, and the reason I'm being told to say it is because I feel like you've either learned or are learning, once that part is over, we're able then to reach forgiveness and find beauty in all things. And we're able then to move on and know that we made an energy, and made a memory, made love, made friendship, made a connection with souls that's never going to be able to be taken away or dissolved because it happened, and it's connected within the memory, it's connected within the Akashic record, and it's connected within our energetic makeup. So with that fuel and with that love, we move on, because now we're going to have another set of experiences with maybe the same souls in different bodies, or maybe different souls and more happy memories. Like, that's the way it is with your soul, and that's what your soul's becoming aware of or is aware of, and that's part of the moving on sort of thing, the aspect of it, which is really beautiful, because again, it's like no knowledge is enough. It's like, I've learned this, cool, let's learn this. You know what I mean? Like, you may like be a good like double tasker, you know what I mean? Like taking on a lot of things at once, because your brain can do it. Literally, it honestly can. I feel like your soul is a multitasker. It's like, right, I'm gonna project out here and incarnate here, and then I'm gonna incarnate there too. Gotta guide this soul through here. I made that promise. Like, again, it's the brain. It's, do you know what I'm being shown? Snakes and ladders in the brain. It's like, right, I've got to do this, 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 and this. Should we do them in order? No, let's do it all now. Boom. Like, it's like that. It's like, that's how it's coming through. It's really, really interesting and really fun. Really fun. I don't know why I'm being shown jet skis for some reason. You may be getting one. You may desire to have one. I don't know. So past three, that is what I have for you guys. I really hope that you enjoyed. Hit the thumbs up and comment down below if you did. I'm sending you guys all of my love. I hope you have a beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. So thank you guys for watching. Hey Pal 4, welcome to your reading. So we are taking a look at who you are on a soul level. Who is your higher self? So you guys chose the green calcite. I'm going to place this here, and we are going to get straight in. Now, when I was opening up to your energies, guys, let me just grab the cards. When I was opening up to your energies, I was picking up like a really like creative inventor energy. There's almost this energy of your soul incarnating beyond Earth, other places too, it's like passing on. Okay, I'm picking up your energies like passing on different information that can help like breakthroughs. So like, you may know of, how do I explain this? They may be able to connect with spirit differently, let's say in the Pleiades, in the lower realms. So you incarnate, you learn how to do it there, and then you'll incarnate on Earth and do the same thing so that people on Earth can connect to spirit in that way. There may be a scientific breakthrough elsewhere. You remember it, you become a pro at it in a lifetime there, and then you seed it on Earth. And that can be like painting, science, like even things like telephones and computers, like things like that. There's an Aquarian essence of bringing like futuristic things in, and again, it's groundbreaking information in regards to spirituality too. Whatever it resonates for you, it's going to be different for all of you, but there's an inventor, creative energy, and I feel like your soul tribe are around you, helping you seed things, and I feel like some of your soul tribe have incarnated with you on Earth too to help seed things. There's something that you may collaborate with somebody on, or collaborate with other souls on. There's something like that coming through. Let's get deep. Let's get into it then. Pile number 4. Who are my pile number 4's souls? Arcturian energy really strongly coming through. Who are my pile 4's on a soul level? Who are my pile 4's higher self? Okay, we have travel. Pile number 4. Who are they on a soul level? Who are my pile number 4's? We have deep sleep. The moon. Pile number 4. Who are my pile number 4's on a soul level? Ooh. Focus. Love that. Deep connection to your intuition when you incarnate, for sure. Deep connection to your intuition. 2 cards actually. Pile. We have the strength of the tree. You know, like when you hear of people and it's like they were the first people to discover, well, not discover gravity, but understand gravity. Or, you know, like you have people like Rumi, and you have people like, I was going to say Gandalf, that's a fictional character. That word just came into my mind. I was like, that's not real. You know, when you just have those souls though, and it's like they make a groundbreaking discovery, or like Picasso, like I'm being just shown things like that, like I don't know why I'm hearing Mary Magdalene, like I'm being shown just different things, like the Buddha himself, like it's like you're here to seed something like that. The first person to walk on the moon, the first person to make the telephone, the first person, like there's something you're here working towards with other souls. There's a collective of you. Couple of you may be in this reading. So yeah, there's like a collective of you and you're bringing in something. What is it though? I want to know what it is. I feel like it's going to be different for all of you. Let me just get one more card and then I'll channel properly. Pile 4. Who are they on a soul level? Ooh, wisdom. We have the wisdom card. And the back of the deck we have Mars. I'm going to place the Mars card at the top. Okay, pile number 4. You're very like Uranus influenced. Like I feel like you have a lot of like Uranus energy in your chart, Aquarius energy in your chart. I can feel it really strongly. You're here to do things differently. You're here to look at things in a very unique way. If you're hearing noises, I've just lifted my leg up onto the chair. And my chair is creaking. I feel like you... How do I explain this? You're here to walk a road less travelled that leads you to your tribe. Do you see that? I'm talking about a road less travelled that leads you to your tribe, and you have the birds at the top. It's like there's something... Okay. Your soul is a creator. Your soul is... It's like your soul wears many hats. So... excuse me while I try and get into this, because your brain is wired in a really cool way and your energy is wired in a really cool way. However, from pile 3, there's such a different feel and energy that I'm still grounding into your energy. So give me a second while I ground into your energy and see things the way you see things. So what your soul does is, I feel like you have this essence of like seeking information, studying something, maybe in Mintaka, maybe in Lyra, whatever the case, studying it, becoming a professional at it, and then it's like, okay, I need to bring this somewhere else. And the thing about Earth specifically is we're quite, how to explain it, we're babies compared to other planets, other places, other starseeds, beings. We're babies, right? And I feel like the thing is that we can't, how do I explain this? Like, I'm finding it hard to talk with you guys when the messages are coming through, because they're coming through differently. They're almost telling me it instead of it coming through my mouth, if that makes sense, like channeling it. So I'm just struggling a sec to get used to it. What they're saying is, we can't just contact the human beings and go, hey, why don't you do this? Because they'd freak out. They wouldn't know what to do with it. So how we help expand human beings, how we help expand the technology, is we incarnate, we seed ourselves, and we bring the vibrancy, the newness, the wisdom, the information through our own creativity, so that we can plant seeds for other souls to then pick it up, and we advance that way. If we just gave human beings on Earth, the way that they all are right now, some strong technology that is beyond what we know, they could probably use that in a dark way. They could use it in a bad way. They could use it to control people. However, when we have souls then that are people maybe not in power, or we have souls that aren't riddled with that, or trying to keep people in the dark, when we have us then incarnating, we can embody it and we can make those advancements, because it's already coded within our energetic makeup, and we would have learned the coding and the understanding of what it is we're bringing to Earth on other timelines, in other worlds. I hope this is making sense. Just bear with me as I'm trying to get it out. I hope I'm giving it justice. It's just a different way of it coming through. There's always a pile whenever I do like starseed readings as well, and the way that the guides and the higher selves connect with me is different to the other piles. It's not channeled, it's told to me. I'm told it. And it's just a different way of relaying the information. So I feel like in this lifetime as well, Pile 4, you may be seeding something that just hasn't been seen before. Something to do with herbology, something to do with medicine, something to do with scientific advancements or improvements. It does feel a little bit psychic though. It feels like you're doing something that just hasn't been done, or human beings have forgotten about. You're seeding this information through. You're a seeder. That's what you are. Pile 3 was a seeker. You're a seeder. It's like you find information and bring it through. It's like you may channel as well, or you may just like, I'm being shown somebody painting or somebody writing a book, and it's like you don't even know what you're doing. You're just listening to your intuition, like, I'm writing this poem, I'm writing this book, I'm drawing this painting, or I'm just doing this thing a second. But then it has coding in it that like triggers an awakening, or triggers a thought process elsewhere with someone else. Does this make sense? Like, I'm just painting a picture, but it's not just a picture though. And this is the thing. I feel like this is why I was referencing people like Rumi. This is why I was referencing people like Picasso. This is why I was referencing people like Van Gogh. Like, this is why I'm like referencing these sort of people, Mary Magdalene, because it's like they're known for breakthroughs. And I don't know the names of people that made telephones and stuff like that, but you know what I mean. I think it wasn't Steve Jobs. I think that was Apple. But they're known for people that created something that wasn't there before. And I feel like you have these really cool ideas, and you may find like even in this current incarnation, people are like, and even in past incarnations, people would be like, that doesn't make sense. Imagine going back to like 1800s or 1700s and going, I'm going to make a phone that you can touch and open with your fingertip, and you can talk to people from miles away, and you can play games, and you can watch videos. Imagine that. And people would be like, that's insane, let's lock you up. You know, back in the day, that's how people would have been. And I feel like even in this day and age, when we say something out of the box, when we're trained our whole lives to be in the box, people are like, you're crazy for thinking for yourself. You're crazy for imagining something like that. Like, I can only see what my eyes are seeing, but you walk with faith, not by sight. You see beyond. You see what can be. You see the future. You see that. You have psychic foresight as well. You see that. So it's like, okay, I'm on a roll now. I'm understanding the energy better. So it's like, you're here to seed that information that people may think is crazy, but it's an advancement. And the reason people think it's crazy is because it hasn't been done before, because they haven't seen it before, because they weren't in that other incarnation elsewhere when you were learning how to do it. The reason it comes so effortlessly and it's so easy for you to embody where other people are confused is because it's already within your energetic makeup. It's something that you have within you. You are a seeder. And these people that you see when they're prophets and they're psychics, Albert Einstein, people like that, they're seeders. You're a seeder. That's who your soul is. You bring the wisdom back and forth, and it's all there. You do that. You're a seeder. You're an inventor. You're a creator. You're an artist. You're a musician. You're a psychic. You're a prophet. You're a writer. Like, you're a poet. Like, you're a seeder. And it doesn't have to be this extensive, like, I was the first person to walk on the moon. Like, it doesn't have to be extensive like that. It can be so small. It can be a poet. But the people that you are able to seed with those words and messages, it's like people, it touches people. It encodes into people. There's a psychic ability you have that's very rare. I just hear telekinesis. There's a psychic ability that you have that's rare, or something in regards to spirituality that that's rare. Something that, like, may have been done back in the day, but like, it's something that hasn't become popular, or something that not many people know about. Like, we have astrology. A lot of people know about astrology. We have tarot. A lot of people know about tarot, or reading runes and things like that. There's something that you have that hasn't even been worded. It hasn't, in our generations, in what we know, like, it's just, there's something there that you have. They're not telling me what it is, because it's going to be different for all of you, but there's something, and you'll know what I'm talking about. There's something that you do differently, that you're very well diversed in, that you're here to turn the light on consciously with humanity with. That's what I'm being taught. You're a seeder. I'm saying you're a seeder. We got the tree here. You know what I mean? It's like, they're using it in the human way of, I'm bringing this pear to the Pleiades and planting it so they can have pears over there, because over there they don't have that. And it's new to them, but we're seeding it. Like, you're the seeder. That's who your soul is. That's why you're very intelligent. That's why you see stuff differently. That's why you're so expansive. That's why you have psychic foresight. That's why you're able to tap into your Akashic records and see what could be. That's why you're able to see beyond. That's why some people may say you're a fantasist. You're not a fantasist. You see the potential. You see the creativity. You see the color. You don't need no psychedelics for that, I'm hearing. Like, you don't need that. It's within you. You are the psychedelic. Like, that's how your higher self speaking. Like, you're here to create a blueprint of something. Like, the first person to do something. Or do something in your own way that's so unique and different. Shatter glass ceiling sort of thing. And you may be like, well, that sounds really expansive. It doesn't have to be a whole tsunami. It can just be a rippling effect in a pond. But even the rippling effects in a pond hold weight. Hope that makes sense. Pile number... And I'm hearing the 2-pack thing as well. Like, I may not be the one that changes the world, but I can inspire the person that will go on to change the world. Do you understand what I mean? Like, again, it's not just you. There's collectives of souls maybe working towards the same thing or have the same gift, and they're like soul tribe, but it's like you will all inspire other souls, and it's like a candlelight sort of thing. It's something like that. Like, when you look at like the first person who ever did tarot on YouTube, I'm going to do tarot on YouTube. I don't know why, I'm just going to do it. They're seeding and bringing that information for hundreds of, thousands of other people, myself included, to go, thank you for paving the way. I can do that now. You're the seeder. Beyond earth as well. I hope this makes sense. You may have been one of the first, I'm actually being told this, you may have been one of the first souls to incarnate somewhere that didn't have like inhabitants. Like, you could have been one of the first beings to like incarnate on earth and choose to come to earth, or you could see the potential of where earth could go. You could tap into the Akashic records of it before it was anything. Same with other places too. Like, I'm picking up science as well. You may have been like in like Atlantis times, like a scientist. You may have been. Your mind's really cool. Really, really cool. Pile number 4, and this card represents wisdom. It's like you're bringing the wisdom through. Do you see how the sand's coming through? You filter it through. You plant it through. Soul retrieval. We have soul retrieval. So it's like I was saying about you bringing energy back. It's like, how do I explain this? It's like a part of yourself, a part of your consciousness is learning something elsewhere, but you're able to tap into that consciousness to bring the information through in this lifetime. And it's effortless, because half the time you don't even realize what's going on. You just have an idea in your brain. A light bulb goes off. It's like, I want to do this. I want to paint this. I want to draw this. I want to make this. I want to sign up for this course. I want to do this. So there's a reason for it, because you're listening to your intuition. You also may be a shaman, because with soul retrieval here, that's coming through quite strongly again, because it was like psychic abilities as well. You may be able to astral travel and help people. There's something about astral travel here, especially with the moon and stuff. Like, I'm really being taken there, helping people heal. There's something coming through that's groundbreaking, and I don't know why this is like consciously activating that within myself, like soul retrieval. It's reminding me of like Dolores Cannon doing the hypnosis and then going further than anyone had ever gone. You know what I mean? And being able to talk to the souls, not just about helping them maybe quit smoking or something like that. She was able to talk to the souls beyond where anyone had ever gone before. And she was able to tap into the higher self and ask the higher self, okay, so, you know, what goes on there? And she was able to find so much information that was hidden about, you know, Lemuria, Atlantis, incarnations, Avalon, like past lives, eating habits, what went on in other ancient civilizations before we even incarnated. Starseed, it's like she was able to bring through so much because she went further, because she knew to, because she listened to her intuition. You're like that. Your soul's like that. Beyond Earth, it happens in other places too. Very interesting. Pile number 4. Who is pile number 4's soul? The conch shell calling. I feel like you would have been asked, are you here, the call to come here. A lot of souls do hear a call. It's like, right, I'm gonna come down, I'm gonna help. And I feel like you were like, okay, well, I'll tell you what I'll help with. I'm not even being taken to a particular pathway. It's so different for all of you, but it's like, okay, we need advancements here. We need people to connect into spirituality here. If I bring this wisdom down that we did back in the Lemurian days, and I plant that, that will really aid and help at this time period. That's what I'm being told. Every incarnation, there's a purpose to it, because there's a seed that needs to be planted. We have North Solitude. You may like to spend a lot of time on your own. There's like a philosopher feel to you, a life path 7 feel to you. Like, I like to be on my own, even like life path 1 as well. Yeah, create and build in life path 1, life path 33, life path 22, life path 11. Specifically 22, Master Builder. Pile number... Pile number 4, Lower World, Past. Let's bring the wisdom back. You know, like everyone's like, New Age, New Age. Everything that we're learning now is not New Age and spirituality. This is not New Age at all. This is ancient coding, ancient wisdom. There's nothing New Age about it. And you're aware of that. And I feel like you're here to seed and bring that up. 100%. We have wealth and offerings here. When I look at wealth, it's like wealth of like wisdom. Because when we advance, we all eat, in a sense. So there's this essence of like, you just have this fulfilled essence. Like, I just feel like your cup is filled up of wisdom, because you've had so many incarnations, but you've created when you've done it, and because of that, it's like you leave footprints. That's what I'm being told. You leave footprints wherever you incarnate. You leave footprints with people. You teach people to do things in a way that can, and you see how to make things work. You know what I mean? Someone could be learning a specific dance in, like, let's just say serious beat, and they're not getting it right. They're not having the energy moving through their body, and then your soul's like, do it this way. They do it that way, and then it just works. Because of that way, the way you saw it, the coding that you had, you knew how that energy would work. It's like you could tap into the Akashic records of it. Super intelligent. North solitude. Yeah, that's the thing. When you're alone, your best downloads come through. Your best ideas come through. And it's coming from the stars. That's why we have the stars shining brightly here. And then lower world. There's something to do with healing as well. With soul retrieval and lower world, there's something to do with healing that I feel some of you guys are going to make a breakthrough on. But yeah, pal number 4, that's what you are. You are a seeder. That's who your higher self is, a seeder. Super interesting. Really interesting. And I like the way your brain works now that I'm sitting in it fully. Very interesting. Very interesting souls. So pal 4, that is what I have for you. I really hope that you enjoyed. Hit the thumbs up and comment down below if you did. I'm sending you guys all of my love. I hope you have a beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you guys are watching. And hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. So thank you guys for watching.